I want to share with you Chelsea Rathburn's poetry collection. It's called Still Life with Mother and Knife. This was a really fascinating collection. It was one I had a hard time putting down. She talks about some pretty serious things in ways that we normally don't. So there is definitely a focus of motherhood in here, but she doesn't just focus on like the joy and happiness. She also talks about some dark aspects of it too. And the way she's divided it, there's like these really neat sections. Like one of the first section is every poem begins with a study in and then like or a study of, and then it's just like life, death, growing older, sex. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff. And then she has this whole other section where she takes a painting of Medea by a famous artist, and then she writes a series of poems about not only just like the painting and the artist, but the Medea too, who's a person from Greek mythology. So really interesting subject matter that changes throughout, and just the tone is just fabulous. So here's one of the first poems. It's called Postpartum, a Fairy Tale. The pages of our storyhood child books were ripped from the Brothers Grimm. The woods always in shadow, the apples poisoned, the ladders made of bone. Our mothers telling us early how much they loved and loathed us, how my aunt had wished to find my cousin drowned in the washing tub, while my mother hoped her cat would climb the walls of my crib and steal my breath. Our longed-for endings told gleefully and in the passive voice. Those days were gone, they told us, but we wondered. As if Bettelheim writes, the witches and giants in the brutal fairy tales are really stand-ins for the parents the child is afraid to fear and love. What did we make of our mother's revelations, which made us the monsters, creatures, changelings left by trolls? That they could not, or would not, save us. That we had to learn to walk the woods alone. So that's just the beginning. Give this collection a read. It's really, really good.